I am Katharina Michio, and you are watching NYMania.
I'm Kayla Welsh, and you're watching YankeeMania.
Hi, my name is Maria Venuto, and you are watching New York Yankee Mania.
I'm Marnie Schneider. I'm the author of Football Freddy, and I am so excited to be part of the New York Yankee Mania show.
Hey, everybody, it's Ian Eagle. You are watching NY Yankee Mania, the best.
Well, there you have it. You just listened to some of the promos, and that's the reason why we're here tonight. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to NY Mania show. As everybody knows, tonight is our NBA preview show coming off the All-Star break. We had our little own All-Star break for the show, but we're back to the business, and obviously these NBA teams are back to the grind. Second half has started, and now the focus will be on these playoff teams trying to make the playoffs and trying to win the championship. So a lot of things to go over here with the All-Star break and what needs to be changed and how do we like the new format that was put together by Adam Silver. But before we get to that, we have one of our co-hosts along tonight, the one and only, man, this guy is a legend itself. He is, I don't know how he does it, but his work schedule is always hectic during the week. Doing events, live events, cooking. As you know, his name is Chef Nick. Welcome to the NBA show. As always, this guy is a big part of the NY Yankee Mania panel. I'm glad to have him for the NBA preview show every Friday. Chef Nick, thank you. Welcome. And welcome back, NBA preview show. How you doing?
Oh, NITHIN, thank you for the intro, man. I appreciate it. Of course. What a great show to be on with you, man. And especially with with Evan who's coming on in a little bit, but obviously too, you have baseball that's back, but NBA is pretty much right after the All-Star break. It's gonna be a crazy type of second half with a lot of teams in the run for the playoffs. So this is pretty much like a make or break type of deal. I love it. I love the pretty much it's like, okay, there's your break NBA teams. Now it's in the hunt to win the NBA championship. What a great time to be an NBA fan. So,
yeah. And guys, whoever's in the chat, you guys can put your questions in there. If you guys have any questions for Chef Nick, Evan, or myself, or anybody else who joins the panel, please put the questions here. We'll answer them. And my team and I were trying to get a guest or one of our clients on here, but we couldn't. So we're going to try for next Friday. Obviously, Jermaine Jones is. We're trying to get him back somehow because he had to reschedule the last time. But before we get to all the All-Star breaks and obviously the second half, there's a rumor going out there, Chef Nick. We want to get to with Brian Windhorst, who brought it up about LeBron James potentially going back to Cleveland for the third time before finishing his career and potentially winning a championship in Cleveland with James Harden, Donovan Mitchell. And there's another rumor out there. I've been hearing that the Cavaliers should trade for Kyrie Irving again from Dallas and trade James Harden to Dallas. But first, let's just talk about this LeBron James rumor and from Brian Windhorst. And do you think this is a reality? It could happen again where LeBron goes back home to finish his career?
I think it is. I think LeBron has his God complex. He put his performance aside, his ability aside. I've always pretty much just put him on a pedestal with that. I'm not taking anything away from that, but with him, it's almost he can do whatever he wants. I think JJ Redick, in that sense, he doesn't agree with LeBron. With the way he acts, but I think that's going to end up that way. I think behind the scenes, I could be wrong. I think JJ Redick has an issue with the way LeBron is performing in a sense of off the court, and it's going to happen. I really think it's going to happen where it's the last hurrah, where LeBron is going to go back, and Cleveland's going to welcome him back with open arms. Why not? Yeah, they're not going to say no to that. If it brings Cleveland another championship, yeah, sure. What do they have to lose? But I think it is realistic in terms of who's the other player? I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. So the other rumor I've been hearing is the Cavaliers. They're saying the Cavaliers should bring back Kyrie Irving and then trade James Harden, which is crazy to think about to Dallas.
Oh, okay. See, and that's the thing too. It's like Wow, James Harden. I don't know. I think a couple of weeks ago when we had our NBA show, I was like, you know what? It's almost like, James Harden was like, he's still a superstar. I don't want to disrespect him, but it's almost like he's getting like passed around like more than like cigarettes and ramen noodles like in prison. It's just like he's going from team to team now.
Yeah.
But it's like it's almost realistic where he just wants to do it like just right into the sunset, where he wants to win another championship as well too. So that's possible as well. So these veterans are pretty much on their last legs that still have like a little oomph in them, like one more last hurrah. I think anything is possible. But the LeBron James move, I think it's that's more realistic. I think LeBron is going to. I think the Lakers, I think they have a shot as well getting into the playoffs. I don't know how they're going to do. Even if, let's just say, the Lakers by any means win the championship, I think whether they don't or they do, just throwing it out there, LeBron is going to end up on Cleveland. And that this will be his last season. I think he's just going to cap it off like that. So yeah, and especially with these veterans too. I mean, even with Trae Young, he hasn't played with the Wizards yet. No,
Nope.
So I think he's going to debut soon. So I don't know how that's going to play out too. Like with that, I mean, with him out with Trae Young, it's like, again, I always said like when he got traded to the Wizards is very interesting. I just think that. Like he'll play like the rest of the season with the Wizards, but next season, I think maybe half a season too, he'll play it out, and if he doesn't like it, they'll probably trade him, or I don't know. It's very weird with all these veterans where it's like, you know what, they go to another team and it's like they're always like bouncing around. So so anything's likely with that. I wouldn't put anything down for that.
Yeah, and my take on this, I mean, obviously it would be a great story for him to go back to Cleveland. Mm-hmm. But the only and I feel bad for James Harden. Excuse me, I feel bad for James Harden because he, like you said, he keeps getting bounced around, and he's a star player, and obviously it didn't work out in Clipperland, it didn't work out in Brooklyn, it did not work out in Houston. Where this goes to tell you that wherever Harden goes, it doesn't end up working. So I don't know that the second part, that part to the situation. I don't know, anything could happen, but I don't see. I mean, depending how fast Kyrie's recovery is, because now he's out for the season. He's not gonna be back. He's gonna attempt to continue doing the rehab and then attempt to come back next season. So. Okay. Depending on his recovery, I don't know how that's going to work, but and there's another twist to this too. I forgot to mention. Brian Windhorst also mentioned the only way LeBron goes back to Cleveland if he's willing to take a pay cut to go back to Cleveland. So that's another. I mean, I think he'll do it, but to win there and So this offseason, man, coming up, Brian Windhorst already put everybody on high notice now with this rumor. So. Let's see what happens. I just want to bring that up first because I think that's a hot topic right now. And obviously LeBron in the midst of everything, and obviously he has control. It feels like he has control over everyone right now in the NBA, whatever he does. So he has the power. So this offseason would be crazy. But now getting to the All-Star break, Chef Nick, what did you like about the All-Star break? Obviously the dunk contest, you see now a lot of G League players getting involved. I'm surprised that Mac McClung didn't come back to defend his title, but you saw a new guy from the Miami Heat win this time. But let's talk about the overall All-Star break and obviously the new format with the All-Star game with the World Stars and then the All-Star. So they broke it down. So just talk about the format and the rest of the All-Star break.
Yeah. Just to add to one more thing before we go back to that with LeBron. I think that he can take a pay cut because he has so many endorsement deals that he can afford to take a pay cut. That's more realistic for that happening. In coming to the All-Star break, look, the All-Star break has changed a lot since the 90s, and it's very interesting how the one thing I like about the All-Star break is they're showcasing more of the younger guys, the rookies. The only thing I really it just fell from earth with the All-Star break is the fact that with the slam dunk contest, it's all, I don't know. I just think like coming from Dominique Wilkins to Matt McClung, it's obviously very different where it's like, you didn't see these people jumping over cars back then to perform a dunk. Everything was just pure power and trying to break down like the basket, trying to break the backboard. Now it's like jumping over your friend's head, jumping over a sports car and doing like, I mean, look, that's very impressive. That's great. But I just miss the days where Sean Kemp, Dominique Wilkins, they all they tried to do, the main goal was to break the backboard, break the glass. And that's something that I noticed too. It's like all about, just showcasing and just all these sort of like pyromaniac obstacles that they're trying to do. The one thing that I found interesting too, in regards to the, like with the Knicks, what was it? Allen Houston and Jalen Brunson. Yeah, that was interesting. Was that something new? I don't remember that.
I think that was a new format that's brought in, and they won the I think it was a shooting thing, right? Some kind of
yeah. That was it was Carl Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson, Allen Houston, and one more guy.
I think his father. Hold on, I gotta double check.
Was it okay? That was interesting too. Yeah, I caught that. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's like sort of like a generational type of thing.
Yeah.
The All-Star break has changed a lot in recent years. They're trying to just, I guess, adapt and trying to, just make it enticing for the fans now more than ever. But I think that the good thing about that I always said was what's it called? That they're always trying to bring their youth out. And I love that. I absolutely love that because showcasing the youth is one of the best things to pretty much show everybody that this is all generational. And these are the up and coming people that are like this. This is like pretty much what you're going to see the next time out. And I always said with the NBA too, it's like all about these young guns, man, that are just athletic and, just tough in their own sense, in their own way with athleticism too. I think that's great that what the NBA is doing that. And just connecting that a little bit with baseball too. I forgot what year with the All-Star game. I think it was, I don't know if it was 2015 or 2016, but they had a theme where they were showcasing their youth, trying to bring up a generational type of players where it's like, okay, this is who we have that are like the prospects and stuff like that. And they want them to get noticed. And I love that because it's like, you don't want to hide them because it's like, that's your future. That's your future, your franchise. So why hide them? These are your prospects. So that's what I like about what the NBA is doing. So,
well, I found out it was called the Shooting Stars, and it was with Karl Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson, Allen Houston, and Rick Brunson, his father.
There you go. Okay.
They scored 47 points to beat. Hold on, the other team was. I had it right here. Team Cameron. So that's another one. Yeah, so I think that was an interesting. I like that idea. I like that Shooting Stars idea, and I think I didn't see that last All-Star break. But I think that was a new format that Adam Silver brought in, and I liked it. I like it. Just to add a different dimension. To be honest, the dunk contest. I hate to say this, but I think it was a little boring. To be honest.
Yeah, I mean, but like, what do you? I mean, that's the thing too. It's like look, I do like the idea of like I said, like Matt McClung, like jumping over two of his friends last time, just to do a dunk. That's great, But I missed the times where it's like you're dunking from the foul line. I missed the time. So again, and like say, when I bring up Dominique Wilkins and even Sean Kemp, where they just wanted to rip the basket off, it's all about power. Showcasing it's great for the fans, but it's just you just sort of like they miss their way with that. But yeah, I mean, like you see that, like even with this season, this past All-Star game too, it's like it is boring. It's like you see it every time. It's like, how can they make it different? How do they make it? So that's the thing. It's like you're always going to see the same thing, but they're probably going to do something different. Like I don't know. They'll probably, jump from the rafters to do a dunk next time. I don't know. I mean, just like going to harness and, be like a Shawn Michaels going from the harness and then dunking the ball in the basket. So it's like, I don't know. It's like, it's really, they missed their way with that, but I get it. I get what they're trying to do. I don't know if I caught glimpses of the All-Star game or even the break too. Did they have what's it called, a collab with the WNBA or no? They did that recent times. Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
they did that. That was for the skills competition, I think.
Was that okay? All right.
Yeah. And by the way, they didn't have this All-Star game. They didn't have the skill. Remember they had the obstacle course for the point guards. Usually?
Yes,
they didn't have that this year, so they
did. Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah, the one thing I miss about the dunk contest, obviously, Sean Brown and brought up 3 names: T-Mac, Vince Carter, and Spud Webb.
There you go. Yep.
And then Nate Robinson, Michael Jordan, obviously. I miss those type of days, and now it has completely changed. But I did like the new format with the All-Star break. I think breaking each player to different teams, like the Stars and then you had the Team World. And then you had the other All-Stars together. So I kind of like that idea. And obviously Adam Silver gets criticized a lot sometimes with the formats, but give him credit because he comes up with ways how to entice the fans to watch it more. So I'm interested to see what he does for next year. But overall, all these teams and players needed that break, I feel like, just to decompose. And that's when it's cool to see everybody come together during the break, just have fun and chop it up, because after that, they're all locked in. All the playoff teams are locked in and ready to go. So they don't talk. After the All-Star break, they act different. So it's kind of weird to see that. But But moving on from the All-Star break, Chef thing, I want to give a score update real quick here. There's a lot of games on here tonight.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So you got first halftime, Cavaliers are leading the Hornets 59-53. At halftime, Pacers are leading the Wizards. Speaking of the Wizards, we spoke about them 68-57 at halftime. And Jazz are beating the Grizzlies at halftime 67-55.
Wow.
The Heat, the Heat are beating the Hawks right now 39-31 in the second quarter with 6:30 left. In the second quarter, Minnesota is beating Dallas 42-27. The start of the second quarter. You got the Bucks leading 15-10 in the first. There he is, Evan. What's up?
Here he is.
Woo!
What are you doing? Who are you?
Yeah, but and then the Nets and Thunder just started. The Nets are winning 8-7 right now in the first, and then later on you got the Clippers-Lakers. Ooh, and that's gonna be a good matchup. 10 p.m. today, Lakers-Clippers, and then you got the Nuggets-Trailblazers at 10 o'clock. So there's your score update. Welcome to the show, Evan. Obviously,
what's up, guys?
Big part of the NBA
What's
show.
up, man?
Good to see you.
Yeah,
Good to see you.
As always.
Yep.
Sorry for being a little late.
Oh no, you're
Good,
fine.
good, man.
I'm gonna make you do 25 push-ups for being late.
That's right.
Oh, God.
But
I'll be lucky if I can do 10.
Yeah. But Chef Nick and I was just talking about the All-Star break, and obviously I just gave the score update, but and then also we talked about the LeBron rumor about next year possibly going back to Cleveland. So let's get Evan, what's your thoughts on that rumor potentially happening, and also what's your thoughts on the All-Star break?
Yeah, well, first of all, good to see you guys. Everybody's doing well. This LeBron rumor, it's kind of interesting because you see that there's rumors about retirement. You see that there could be rumors about him going back to the Lakers, possibly being with Bronny, or going to the Cavaliers. It's going to be interesting. I honestly think the best spot for him would be going back to Cleveland. But then again, that would be James Harden, Donovan Mitchell, and then LeBron on the same team. So would he want to kind of go back to that and sort of create the narrative again of like chasing a championship, or would he want to kind of build something or sustain something in LA, or just go off into the sunset? So that's going to be interesting to see. I could see really any of those possibilities happening. They're all interesting. But I think what's best for him is possibly either retiring or going to the Cavs, because like Chef Nick said earlier, JJ Redick and LeBron don't
Good.
really seem to be mixing well.
Mhm.
LeBron seems to be upset by some of the things that JJ Redick is doing. And it's funny because you could do well on a podcast together, but being on the coaching side of it is a very different story. So that's going to be interesting. And then the All-Star break. The All-Star break I thought this year was very good. You had two USA kind of subsidiary teams against Team World, which I thought was great. Kind of like a round robin tournament. That was pretty interesting to see. You had one team full of young guys, and then you had one team with like the veterans of like KD, and I think LeBron was also on that team as well. And that was great. But like Chef Nick said before, I thought the dunk contest was pretty good this year. You saw like most of the young guys participating in that from the Spurs, the Heat, so that was fun. And then the 3-point contest, I actually didn't really even notice that the 3-point contest was on before the dunk contest, because usually like they do like the skills challenge and then the 3-point and then the dunk.
Yeah.
But then this year was like a little bit different. So good for Damian Lillard. That was really cool for him to be participating even and then to win. Like that was really awesome to see. And no, I thought it was a good All-Star break, and we're back in the second half. So let's see what happens.
What I just want to bring up too, like both the Super Bowl and the All-Star break being in California. When was the last time that happened?
That happened. That was rare. I think that was rare. And we were planning on staying for the All-Star break too, but but we had to do events here in New Jersey with other clients, so that's why I couldn't stay. But our plan was to stay there after the Super Bowl, but that didn't work out. But but going to the 3-point contest, man, Damian Lillard beat Devin Booker, man. That was great, and he's still recovering from an injury, which is crazy too to think about. If he can shoot like that, that means he's closer to being back, hopefully for the Trailblazers. So that's a good sign that he can shoot the ball, and obviously he won. But the dunk contest, to me, obviously the guy from Miami, congrats to him. He deserves it. But it changed a lot. It's mostly G League players now, and no other star players want to do it anymore. Like look, over the past recent years, you had Dwight Howard do it, Blake Griffin, like I said, and then if you bring up the past, like T-Mac, Vince Carter, Nate Robinson, Spud Webb, you had a whole and Michael Jordan back, if you want to go even way back. So I miss those days, but obviously this year I think it was cool to see. But I don't know, it's just the dunk contest is not the same anymore, in my opinion.
No.
But something has to change over there. But moving on for that. Obviously, I just gave the score updates. Second half is fully locked in now. I want to get to the Knicks. Obviously, they've had a horrible game yesterday against the Pistons, and that's the team they're chasing right now. It seemed like they were flat on defense. They had nothing going on defense. And the scoring was there, but the defense was not. And I mean, the Pistons are a great team, obviously with Kate Cunningham, and they're doing a great job surprising everyone this year. But what do you guys take on the Knicks? Obviously, coming off the break, starting out slow.
Yeah, I mean they're 0-1, like pretty much like from the break. But I again, like when the Knicks are when they're on their losing streak, I'm not worried. But when they're on a losing streak all season against the Pistons, that worries me a little bit because we're going to face them eventually. And these were not all three times that we met all season long, January 5th, February 6th, and February 19th. They all killed us. It wasn't that we lost by the skin of our teeth. And reason being is because of Cade Cunningham and even the bench too, and even like just players all around. It's just that they outplayed us in every way. And that's what I'm a little worried about. And I'm not worried about Boston. It looks like we can handle Boston, even though they're in second place. In the conference, but Detroit worries me in the fact that we can't figure them out. Look, playoffs is a different time. Detroit, again, we always talk about you just never know what's going to happen. Detroit can be eliminated by another team, but it looks like then the Knicks have to get past Detroit in order to make it. But I mean, look, January 5th, they lost 121-90. February 6th, 118-80, and then February 19th, which was yesterday, right? Yeah, yesterday, 126 to 100. And these are all blowouts. These are crazy blowouts. Again, we wouldn't win in overtime. We got killed. And we have to face it that the Knicks got killed and manhandled by the Pistons. Cade Cunningham, 42 points, 13 assists, 8 rebounds. And then even like with what's it called? The last game, February 6th, it was all around. Tobias Harris with 15 points, Isaiah Stewart, 15 points. Cade Cunningham had 11 points. And that's what I'm saying. If it's not Cade Cunningham, it's the whole team that's running the show. So it's like that they pick each other up too. So it's a little bit worrisome, but I think the Knicks can, again, it's a different time. They could get hungry once they're in the playoffs and then, just shoot for the stars, like I always say. So look, Detroit 41-13, Boston 36-19. Knicks are 35-21, tied with the Cavs. Raptors are 1 game behind. So it is interesting. I just think the Knicks, I think the next time they're going to play Detroit, if I'm wrong, is going to be in the playoffs. I don't think they're going to face them all season. If I'm
You're right about that. Yeah, they've played each other 4 times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, they do. All right. So I just think right now the Knicks need to, again, I don't think their strategy is working with the Pistons because it's all been blowouts. So it's not been working on their side. So they have to figure that one out. They need to stop Cade. That's one. That guy is a monster just on the court. So that's one thing they need to stop. I do have confidence Mike Brown can stop that when playoffs come around again. If Detroit is in, I think they will. So I think the Knicks, that's going to be a battle when they. And again, look, I'm a huge Knicks fan, and I have my prediction that the Knicks are going to face the Thunder and win in Game 7 of the finals. But they have a lot of teams to go through. So, but Pistons they're monsters, man. I just see, besides Cade Cunningham, they have a lot of other players that are just killers too. So they just supplement the whole thing. So I'm just that's what I'm a little worried about. That's pretty much that.
The Pistons have the best record right now in the NBA at 41-13, and the Knicks are actually in 3rd place, 35-21, tied with the Cleveland Cavaliers at 35-21, and you got the Celtics in 2nd at 36-19. And like Chef Nick said, we got to go through the Pistons, and obviously the Pistons are playing high quality basketball, and it's just crazy to see how good that team is. And so let's see if the Knicks can bounce back and start playing better, because, like I said, the second half is not a marathon; it's a sprint now, going to the playoffs. So they got to figure out something here and then be prepared for the playoffs, and anything can happen there. So, by the way, Jason Evans' brother, he has a great question here in the chat. He wants to know, what do you guys think about this whole tanking situation? Yeah, that's a big topic right now.
That's big.
I mean, obviously, he saw the Adam Silver find a team. I think, who did he find again? It was
I forgot what team he found.
It wasn't the Sixers.
No. Was it the Sixers?
No, it wasn't the Sixers. It came out the other day, didn't it?
Yeah, let me see. But what are you guys' thoughts on this situation, the whole situation?
Good move by Adam Silver. I love it. But yeah, I forgot what team.
It was the Jazz and the Pacers. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, all right, that makes sense. No, I think that's a great move, for Adam Silver to do. I think enough is enough too. Like, it's not fair for the fans too, just to tank to get the number 1 draft pick. I hate to see that too. It's like, just to give up as soon as you start the season, or even close to midseason, close to All-Star break, where it's like you're not doing well, so it's over. I never liked that, and a lot of teams have been doing that. It seems like the Knicks have done that in the mid 2000s too, but that didn't help them at all. But and he's like, NBA to ban the tanking strategy, tanking rules next season. So I wrote down a little points here, so it's just sort of stretched out. No longer allowing a team to pick in the top 4 in consecutive years and or the bottom 3 finishes. Teams can't pick in the top 4 the year after making the conference finals. Lottery odds freeze at the trade deadline or a later date. Lottery odds allocated based on 2-year records, and flattened odds for the lottery teams. Lottery extended to include all play teams. So it sort of, he's just trying to make everyone competitors in this league. Pretty much, it's like just pretty much extending that. He should also like put rules in like flopping. I think that he should do that as well, just to strengthen all the teams out as well, just to draw fouls. But even with this too, I like this. I like it a lot. I think that all teams deserve, regardless if you lose your star player for the whole season due to an injury, or you just try to do a rebuild, and then it just falls flat on your face like the first 20 games. It does not matter. You still have every chance in the world to compete, no matter how bad you are. So I think that's a great move by Adam Silver. I like that.
And it's installed right now, right?
It's going to be, I think, this year, after this year.
Okay. After this year, next season, yeah.
Okay.
Right. And then just to give some thoughts on that, actually, just to backtrack a little bit, just one quick thing on the Knicks. You guys remember last year, the Celtics, I think, swept the Knicks, I believe, last year. Mm-hmm. And then who did the Knicks beat in the second round of the playoffs? It was Boston.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So keep your hopes up. We've seen this story before. The Knicks could go out there and beat the Pistons in the second round. You never know. Or even the Eastern Conference Finals, that could happen too. Because I doubt the Pacers are going to get there again. So we'll see what happens. But keep your hopes up. Keep your hopes up. I wouldn't totally say like, oh, the Pistons are going to beat the Knicks, like, because we did that last year with the Celtics and look what happened. So keep your hopes up high, and that's all I have to say on that. And then the tanking situation. There's so much that you can talk about with this. I absolutely hated last year when the Sixers got, I believe it was the 5th pick, and then they drafted VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah.
Because you had teams like the Nets who were actually trying in the second half of the season and didn't get rewarded at all. I mean, they drafted 8th, and they still got a pretty good player, but not to the level of VJ Edgecombe. And it just shows the amount of it's kind of like the hole in the rules, like that the NBA has created now, and you can kind of see the deficiencies in that as well. And I think last week I brought this up about Jaren Jackson. There's no reason why a team would trade for him and his salary if they were just going to sit him in the fourth quarter. I mean, there's got to be some explanation behind that, unless you're trying to tank. I mean, that's just literally blatantly trying to tank right there. Why would you trade for a guy with that high of a salary and then sit him in the fourth quarter, even if you know that he's not injured, because he's had an injury history in the past? I really don't understand that. There has to be some explaining behind that as well. There has to be something that shows, okay, here's where we document where this player was hurt. If he was hurt, then he was taken out of the game. And if not, if you can't provide that evidence, then just don't do it, because the league is, starting to make up for that now. And it's good that they're catching on to this. It's a year too late, in my opinion. I'm happy that they're doing it. And it's well deserved for these two teams, because they really don't deserve to be where they were last year, the Sixers and the Jazz, in my opinion. And now this year they're doing it for the Pacers too.
Well, Evan, I'll give you an example too, like what all the moves the Nets were making. I mean, considering imploding, but like, do you see them tanking, or do you just see them doing some other thing?
No, I actually see the Nets trying to develop their players in the right way, but they're not doing it to just try to lose. Like, they're actually, some of these games are blowouts. I think half of their losses have been in blowout fashion.
Yeah.
But you see now, like, they're actually starting to start Demon and Powell and Traore as well in the same game. And then they're keeping them in throughout the whole game. And they're actually playing their veterans more when they're healthy. Mm-hmm. Like for some other games as well. They've had, I think Claxton was in there. Yeah. They've also had MPJ, who has been in there. He's actually been playing more often than Demon has later in the games. So it just shows like they're actually trying to win instead of just sitting some of their better players. And when you look at the level of talent that the Nets have, you can just see it and just say to yourself, okay, this team does not have the amount of talent to compete with some of these other teams in the league. And I mean, they're getting blown out constantly. They're trying to win. It's definitely not a matter of trying to lose. And, they're trying to do the best they can, but it just shows the amount of talent that they have on their team compared to some of the other teams. And they're actually beating some of these other teams who are actually trying to lose. So it just shows like, all right, they're actually trying to win some of these games, even if it's against a lower level of competition.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I mean, obviously this year's draft is loaded, where each team can get a lot of great talent.
Oh, yeah.
And, no matter where you're going to be slotted in the draft, there's a lot of good players in this draft. And So, I mean, I don't know. Like this tanking thing is ridiculous, and I am happy that Adam Silver is finally doing something about it for next season. I can't wait to see that installed. But like I said, this is a great draft, a deep draft, better draft from last year, in my opinion. So any team in the top 10 or 12 will get an all-star player.
You have
in my
three
opinion.
players who are capable of being the number one pick.
Yeah, AJ, the guy from
BYU,
Yeah.
AJ DeBanza, Cam Boozer, and Darren Peterson from Kansas.
Yeah.
All three from Kansas?
No, one of them is from Kansas, another one is from BYU, and one of them is from Duke.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
AJ's the BYU kid that everybody's
Yes.
talking about, and then
Okay.
Peterson's from Duke, and then
BYU.
sorry, BYU.
No, sorry, Kansas.
Kansas, yeah.
Yes.
Who's the guy from? Oh yeah, Boozer. There you go,
Yes.
Boozer.
I'm sorry. Any relation to Carlos Boozer?
Yes, that's his son.
Yes. Oh,
Okay,
interesting.
yeah.
Okay.
Actually,
I figured there's like Boozer's not a common last name, so okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Carlos
both sons are going to be in the draft, I think. The
That's
same year.
awesome. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
Yep.
So they're the Boozer twins. So
Wow.
yeah, they're both good too. Actually, yeah,
That's a
both good
great
players.
name.
Boozer. Actually, yeah, I pre-recorded an episode this week with Chris Duhon, former Knicks point guard.
Oh
and
yeah, that's right. Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're trying to get him on here for the NBA show.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, he talked about a lot about Duke, playing with Duke, playing with Boozer, Shane Batty, and keep an eye on that. And he's a head coach for a college basketball team. So, yeah, but he talked a lot about his time with Duke. Duke had a loaded roster when he was playing. So, but some programming notes, guys, before we go any further. Hey, Richard, welcome to the chat. Unfortunately, Julia Sienna had to reschedule for Monday's interview due to American Idol scheduling. So she'll get back to us later on about a later day and time for this show. So unfortunately, that had to be rescheduled. So I just want to bring that up. And if you guys missed the morning show, my team and I booked our client, Jess Blaylock, for this morning at 10:30. And Chef Nick and Joe did a fantastic job with her. Go check that out. Great episode. And, man, you guys did a great job with her. And she enjoyed it. She reached out to us saying she enjoyed it. So go check that out, guys, whoever missed that. And also, my team and I are working on a lot of big things for this show and obviously the other shows. So stay tuned, subscribe, like, and also obviously be a member too if possible. But another thing is tomorrow I want to bring up. Tomorrow's a big day. Whoever's a card collector, tomorrow's a big day. Topps, a big card company. Tomorrow's a rip night, and all card locations. We're gonna have a bunch of athletes go to different locations, do some ripping cards with the fans, and obviously the FNICK CEO Micah Rubin will be in New York tomorrow at one of the venues, and you're going to see a bunch of players over there at different venues. So guys, tomorrow's a big day for card collectors, whoever collects cards. I just want to bring that up too. It's the biggest Topps event in all locations, rip night. So whoever is into cards, man, you're in for a show. That's what I have to say.
And where's that going to be?
So this is the best part, Chef Nick. So tomorrow in all card locations and nationwide, you're going to see a bunch of athletes go to different locations.
That's awesome. Okay.
And
I heard, is Jackson Dart going to be in New Jersey?
Yeah, Jackson Dart is going to be at at one of the venues. I forgot the card shop name, but he's going to be there. And the Monmouth Cards they have different locations in New Jersey, so they're going to have different athletes in different locations.
Nice.
I forgot where Jackson Dart is going to be. I completely forgot where that's going to be. But he's going to be somewhere doing that.
I heard one of my friends talking about it. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah. I had to double check where he's going. But we got a whole bunch of athletes doing different things in different venues. So it's going to be fun.
Awesome.
Very nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I wanna bring up Richard's a few comments right here. Yeah, I mentioned this about a month ago, actually, believe it or not. Richard, good to see you. It would be great if you say hi because I haven't seen you for like 10 years. But anyway, yeah, no, absolutely. China's a very big fan of the NBA, so they get a lot of revenue from China. Absolutely, I definitely agree with that. And when it comes with in many ways too, so we could have two other shows in regards to that, but. Also at the NBA too, the WNBA is subsidized by the NBA because yes, they're not making enough money on merch or anything in regards to that. So yes, so the NBA is picking up the slack from that because of because of China, because they're big with that too. So with the WNBA, look, I don't want to take anything away from them too. Just proving how athletic they are. It's just the reality of the situation is that they're not making bank in regards to, just with that. So that's why it's subsidized by the NBA. They're picking up the slack with that. So I do agree. And again, that's not taken away from, again, Caitlin Clark or the rest of them too. It's just, look, if they're not pretty much bringing any revenue, then, it's either like they could have, once they, I think it was 97, correct me if I'm wrong, when they first came out. But ever since then, it's just they never really held their own, in revenue, that sort of thing. So that's but it's I don't think they'll ever come to a point where they're going to just forget about it because the NBA will always get their money from China as well, which is big. So, Richard, I agree with you on that. Yeah.
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 So
Sorry, nothing. Go ahead.
sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, you go ahead. Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
That's why. That's why
Oh, you go ahead.
you see owners getting involved with different investments with China.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's all I want to say on that.
Yeah, and Evan, great point there, and Chef Nick, great point. Obviously, the WNBA is going through a lot right now when it comes to money and all. And I feel bad because that's a growing league, and we do a lot of stuff with the WNBA's meetings. We're part of the Zoom meeting for them, and it's just crazy how they're getting devalued. There's a lot of great talent in that league, like Paige Buckers. You got Caitlin Clark, obviously. Nafisa Carlier. You got a whole bunch of talent. So they have to do a better job of giving them respect, putting respect on your names. And yeah, Richard, you to answer that was which comment? Oh, that was yeah. There you go.
It's a comment.
Yeah. So I think it's just crazy how they're getting devalued. But obviously, the NBA is popular now, more popular. So hopefully, the WNBA can get to that point sooner than later. Yes. So to Evan, Jackson Dart is going to be at David Adams tomorrow in New York. So,
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
Nice. That's good.
Yes, for the tops event. So obviously getting back to the NBA, excuse me, NBA standings. Obviously in the Western Conference, Thunder at 42-14, Spurs at 39-16, Houston 34-20. By the way, I want to get something off my bat before we go. I don't know if you guys heard the story. Kevin Durant apparently has a burner account on Twitter. He's all about Twitter, and apparently there's a story out there saying he can't keep quiet. All he has to do is tweet. But apparently he has a burner account that has throwing shade to some of his teammates in Houston and also Phoenix.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. Someone said that there's a story out there, but I don't know. To be honest, Katie needs to stop being on social media. Right now and focus on the season to try to help the Houston Rockets to win the championship. Don't get me wrong, Katie. I love Katie. He's a great player, top scorer in the game. But for him to be on, so I didn't expect this from him, but he needs to just stay off from social media for a little bit, and obviously focus on the season. And I don't get these players sometimes where they have these they have the itch to go on social media to talk about random things that can lead to, it's just ridiculous. And that and these players having burner accounts, and it's just crazy to think about it. And if I was Katie's social media manager or agent, I would tell him, I mean, straight up, please do not go on social media until after the season. You got to focus, try to win the championship, and someone has to be. He needs to know. These players needs to know, but someone has to hold them accountable somehow when it comes to these situations.
Oh yeah, totally agree with that.
Wait, so he's talking trash about just pretty much his former teams on the in the NBA?
Yeah, so apparently he has some burner account, and then there's on that burner account there's people some things saying some this throwing shade to some of his current teammates on Houston, also his former teammates on Phoenix and Brooklyn. So
I mean, this is the prime example of like what we were talking about, like in the off season too. It's like, you know, you're gonna say stuff in front of a microphone, but it's all depends like how you like show it on like the court or show it on the field. It's like, why do that? Like, you know, you're a grown man. You know, you're making your money. You're on, and it's like I think he just has nothing to lose. It's like him too. It's like, you know, you could put him like with a James Harden too. It's like, you know, he's pretty much he's an all-star caliber player. It's like, yeah, why are you gonna do that? Why? It's just, is it for attention? Is it just like you need more attention? It doesn't make sense. It's like KD, like I love him as a player. He's a great player. Same thing as James Harden and LeBron. I'm not gonna take anything away from that, but it's like once you start talking off the field, like that's where you're like, you know, it's just your IQ and just like your personality gets like down in the dumps. You know what I mean? It's like I don't like that. But things shouldn't be settled, and this goes for anything too. Things shouldn't be settled on the internet. It should be settled on the field, on the court, or in real life. Like I just never got that. I don't know what he's trying to prove. Like, why talk about the Nets? Why talk about Houston? Like, why? There's no reason. You're in a different time now. You know, it's up to you to be that same caliber player, win a championship. That's what you need to focus on. Why do all that? Like, why can't you just focus on your team that you're on right now and focus on your teammates and focus on the future? Why the past? It just doesn't make sense. And this is, I don't know, these players just get caught up for the attention, I guess. I really don't know. It's
really weird. Yeah.
And also, but not only that, but some of his current teammates, he threw shade a little bit.
On right now?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Okay.
I mean, they're a good team. I don't see why he would be doing that unless if it was for a reason other than basketball, which he should not be doing at all. I mean, the season is about focusing on your team. You have to help your team win. That's not proving anything.
Yeah. Is his role diminished? Like,
He still starts.
All right. Okay.
I don't know. I guess sometimes you see these high caliber players have something on their mind they just want to put out or something. I don't know.
Like that God complex I was saying with LeBron. Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
And Kevin Durant, obviously, in my opinion, the best scorer out there in the league right now.
Yeah.
When healthy. Everybody, I mean, obviously, no disrespect to Steph Curry, but I think all-around players right now, obviously, LeBron, KD, and you got Jokic. Also, all-around. I'm talking about all-around players who can do everything. I just want to bring that up. But just talk about the Western Conference here. Obviously, the top three teams, you got the our top four team right now, Thunder, Spurs, Rockets, Nuggets, and then you got the Lakers, and then Timberwolves. Suns are they're fading a little bit. They're 32 and 24. But the Warriors are up their neck, and also you got the Clippers coming up, 27-28. But I love Darius Garland with that team. Like Jeff, we all talked about Darius Garland's fit with the Clippers. Evan also. I think there's a better fit than James Harden in Clipperland. They got a great young point guard for them to build around. I'm telling you right now, the fans are going to fall in love with Darius Garland. I love his game. I always loved his game coming out of college. I'm surprised Cleveland gave up on him, to be honest. I think they didn't have to get James Harden, to be honest. They had a good team already with Darius Garland. And I don't know why they gave up on a guy like that. But obviously anything can change here, but as of now, who do you think can give? I'm going to say, who do you think? What do you guys think? Which team in the West can give the run for the money for the Thunder and Spurs?
That's a good question. Hmm. I would love the Clippers to do it. I really do, and I don't think that that's going to happen. If that happens, they're going to fall short. And what we did mention with the trade deadline a couple of weeks ago, with Garland being a great 1-2 punch with Leonard. I think it still can happen, where we still have enough time for them to showcase that. So you just never know. I would love to see another team challenge the Spurs and the Thunder.
Yeah.
I mean, the Lakers can do it still. I think they still can, despite LeBron and his just his ego style. Like, I think they can just still do that. So Lakers have a chance with that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's really anything goes right now because there's still time. But that's what I say. I just think like the Lakers can do it, and I think like even with the Clippers being 27-28, right? That's their record right now.
Yes.
I think
Yeah,
there's still enough time for them to
Yeah.
make a run for it. So I don't know. I see. Yeah, I think both LA teams, the Clippers and the Lakers. Yeah, I think they can do it in
I agree,
a
Chef.
sense. Yeah.
I agree. And another underrated acquisition that the Clippers made was Benedict Mathurin
Yes.
from the Pacers.
Mm-hmm.
He is a very good acquisition. I think he had 38 points last night. Helped the Clippers in their win last night. So that was
You say 38?
awesome. 38.
Oh, wow, I
38
didn't hear
points.
about that. Really?
Mhm.
Yeah, 38 points last night in
38
his first
points.
game.
Okay,
In his first game with the Clippers last night.
that's
So I
amazing.
think they could definitely challenge the top two teams in the West. I could also see possibly Denver as well,
Yeah.
and maybe the Lakers or Minnesota. But the thing is, though, I think out of the 4 seed, 5 seed, and 6 through 10 seeds, the team with the least amount of deficiencies to challenge OKC and San Antonio is the Denver Nuggets. I do believe that they
Mhm.
have the best chance because they have the experience. Obviously, they have Jokic and Murray healthy, Aaron Gordon as well.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be fully healthy come the second half of the season. And don't overlook, of course, a team like the Clippers that we just said, but
Yeah.
then also the Minnesota Timberwolves, who have also been there and done that. And then the Lakers as well. As long as they can stay healthy with Luka and LeBron, they can make noise as well. But it should be a very close race. Excited to see what happens. But OKC against San Antonio would be a very good Western Conference Finals, in my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, obviously for me, the teams that could potentially get the run for the money, I would love, like Chef Nick, I would love to see the Clippers do it.
Yeah.
But I just don't see it happening. But I can definitely see the
Yeah.
Golden State Warriors doing it. I think they're primed for a strong second half. Obviously, Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler has to stay healthy, and if they do, then they'll be. I think they have a chance to make a strong run. So that's one of my teams, and then I got the obviously the Timberwolves, Evan and Chef Nick, Anthony Edwards. Man, you can't discount them. Anthony Edwards is a special, rare talent.
Mhm.
This guy is a he trash talks to everyone. He's a dog on the court. He competes. That's what I love about him, and LeBron loves him too. LeBron said during the All-Star game break, he's my friend till the end. LeBron loves him, and what a special talent, man! This Timberwolves should be lucky, man. The fans should embrace him because I'm hoping he did. I hope he stays with Timberwolves for his whole career. They're a talented team, obviously. Hopefully, they can win the championship sooner than later. I just don't see him. I don't see him as a type of player where he's gonna start drama. I think he compete. He's a gamer. He loves to compete. Obviously, trash talk. Obviously, he can he's can be crazy sometimes, but on the court, he's laser focused. So that's my other team, Timberwolves, and I'm gonna say the Denver Nuggets because you can never just come to Denver Nuggets. I love when they got Cam Johnson. They needed that wing player, and they finally got him. And then Jokic. You can't speak enough about Jokic. Jokic is Jokic. He's a point guard. He can play all 5 positions if you want. He can do multiple things, shoot the 3-pointers, assist. By the way, after his career, he's going to go down as one of the best big mans in this generations. Because as you know, big mans are rare now these days.
True.
And you never see a big. But this guy is unbelievable to watch. I love watching him play, and he is a force to be reckoned with. So my teams are Nuggets, Timberwolves, and the Warriors for now. I can try to dethrone the Spurs and Thunder.
Right. And the Warriors have now Porzingis and Al Horford, so two guys on that team. But I don't know. There's just something about the Warriors that I just don't feel good about with them. It's most likely their defense, or honestly, I think that they chuck up way too many threes a night. They have the ability to go inside now, be more physical, and yeah, you have Steph Curry, but when you don't have Steph Curry, you have to kind of change your game plan a little bit. You can't always try to do the same things without him there. And against better teams, you're not going to win those matchups. So I just feel like they can do it if they get their act in shape, but they're going to have to change the way that they play.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think that's a great point there, Evan.
Thank you.
Let's see here. Score update. I'm going to give another score update here, guys.
Yeah.
At the end of the third quarter, Cavaliers are leading by 1 now against the Hornets, 90-89. Wow. The Wizards have taken the lead against the Pacers in the fourth quarter, 102-99.
Oh, yeah.
They were down by big at that time.
Okay.
Grizzlies also took the lead over the Jazz in the fourth, 102-92. Wow. The Heat are beating the Hawks 62-54 in the third. At halftime, the Timberwolves are leading the Mavericks 69-57. In the second quarter, Bucks are leading 62-59 to the Pelicans. Thunder are winning 32-26 right now to the Nets. Clippers, Lakers are playing tonight. That's going to be a good matchup. Battle of the LA. And then 10 o'clock, another game at 10 o'clock, Nuggets and Trailblazers. That's going to be another good game. So, by the way, the Trailblazers are competing for the play-in tournament too. Trailblazers, They're not completely out yet. What's up, Ken? Welcome to the chat. Ken, thank you for joining. He said, Yankees win. The Yankees.
Yeah, they sure won 2-0.
Oh, God.
We
won't talk about
that. By the way, guys, if you guys missed the broadcast, the play-by-play from Ken and Johnny, go check it out. They did a great job. Shout out to Johnny. Shout out to Johnny for his first ever play-by-play call. He did a great job. Johnny Salami, big part of this show. And Ken, he's a busy man right now, but for him to take time out of his day just to help them out with the technical difficulties with the TV and all. Shout out to Ken, man. He is the real deal. He's the truth. He's a godfather of the play-by-play. So shout out to that. And obviously, this is a basketball show, but I want to say one real quick thing.
Yeah, sure.
Elmo Rodriguez Fudd is special.
Yes.
You can see that. Yep.
Yes, he was very good today against the Orioles starters. He was awesome. Mowing him down. I think Pete Alonso was 0 for 2 against him, which was great. But yeah, no, great start for him. And that's really what we can get out of today's game was him and Josh Chisholm getting a hit as well. And, shout out to Johnny Salami for doing an excellent job. His first game play-by-play was excellent, I thought. And Ken as well, always the best with that too. And then can't forget about Joe too in the background.
Yeah, he's all right.
Joe is the godfather.
Watch him pop up.
Hey, Joe, are you there?
No, he's not. Oh, sorry, Joe.
But now to the Eastern Conference. I'm going to say, all right, to the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the same exact thing what I did to the Western Conference. What do you guys think? Who can potentially or give the run of the money to the Pistons? And I'm going to put the Celtics in there just to be fair with it. Who do you think could potentially make the run for the money for both of those teams? I know the Knicks are third, but just out of all, take out the Knicks and Cavaliers.
Okay.
What other teams that can potentially dethrone the Celtics and Pistons of the top 2 seeds?
Oh, it's the Raptors.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Raptors,
they're right behind.
They're 33 right now. Yep.
Yeah.
3.5 behind Boston. Yeah.
I like the way they're playing right now. So, yeah, they're playing their game. Like it's really it's almost like the same scenario with like the West too. It's like you know it doesn't matter if like you have a tied record. You just never know what's going to happen come the second half. Anything could happen. But I always love the Raptors with what talent they had, and I even when we were talking too, I always mentioned the Raptors. Like, okay, they can, sort of like, be right behind the Knicks, and it's like they are, and it's just like it's just amazing how it's just the way they play too all season long. It's like they just never give up, and you see that it's sort of scary too. It's like they keep coming at you, so you just never know if. I don't think they're going to overtake the Knicks. I don't think they're going to overtake the Celtics. But they'll make it close. They'll make it scary close, where it's like, all right, this is a little scary, where we have to beat them and get rid of them before they sort of like make things interesting. So I think that put aside the Knicks and the Cavs, I would say the Raptors. Yeah, I just want to stick with that. Yeah.
Yeah, Chef Nick, great point with that. The Raptors kind of remind me of what the Knicks were a couple of years ago. I think it was 22-23.
Mm-hmm.
That Knicks team, that kind of reminds me of what the Raptors are right now, because of quickly Barrett and some other players on that team. They just keep going. They find ways to win. They're winning close games, but also a team that's come up the radar and has made some good acquisitions come the deadline was the Cleveland Cavaliers. James Harden, we know what his deal is with some of the scheme fits that he had on the Clippers, but honestly, I think with the Cavs, he could be a lot better, honestly, with a guy like Donovan Mitchell, who knows how to control the point more. And now that takes more pressure off of Mitchell, and it puts a little bit more on Harden. But I feel like Harden can probably handle it a little bit more because he knows Mitchell is going to be very reliable. But it does say something about how he couldn't really get along with Kawhi Leonard, who was awesome in the latter part of the first half of the season with James Harden there in LA. But with the Cleveland Cavaliers, they just have the size. I think they have the ability to shoot really well from the perimeter. They can do it on both ends of the floor. And with a great coach like Kenny Atkinson, who will always be my favorite Nets coach, always love that guy. The Nets should have never let him go, but that's another topic for a different day. I feel like he's going to do a great job with that team. And isn't it funny now? Harden, who was on the Nets with under Steve Nash, was previously now under Atkinson. So I feel like it could have worked out with Atkinson on the Nets, but we won't get into that. But honestly, I feel like that Cavs team can be very, very good this coming second half of the year. Don't overlook the Philadelphia 76ers as well. They could be a team to watch out for. Right now, they're the 6th seed in the East. Right behind them is the Orlando Magic. I feel like they could be in contention as well. Only a half game behind the Sixers there in the play-in. And then you have the Heat and the Hawks, who I feel like every year they're kind of around that area. They're not really going to make too much noise. They might win a play-in game. They might get into the first round, but they're not going to go very far. But also, kudos to the Charlotte Hornets, too. That young team with Brandon Miller and Con Kneppel is doing an amazing job of staying in the race. And for only being in 1 or 2 years of a rebuild under Charles Lee, who is a good head coach, they could make some noise in the playoffs if they do get there. So watch out for them as well. But the East is very close. It's going to be a very close race, and so many good teams there. It's kind of hard to predict who's going to be there at the end. I could see anybody.
Yeah, great points from both of you.
Absolutely.
My teams would be obviously the Raptors, the Magic. Don't discount the Magic, Sixers. And I'm gonna put. I'm gonna put the Heat in there. I can't discount the Heat with Eric Spoelstra. That team is always well run by Pat Riley, and Eric Spoelstra is a heck of a coach, legendary coach in my opinion. Anything can happen there. So I won't discount the Miami Heat, but to be honest, I like the Magic's talent. They have great young talent, and they've been competing for the last two couple of years here. Anything. I mean, those are my teams out of the Knicks and Cavaliers. But back to the Cavaliers. I mean, you know what? The funny thing is, obviously, when they had Darius Garland, the chemistry was fine. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe James Harden can make them better, and let's see what happens there. But imagine next year. There was another rumor, Evan. I don't know if you heard us, but there's another rumor that James Harden for Kyrie Irving could potentially happen.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because they think that Kyrie
reaction.
could go back to Cleveland with LeBron. Also,
Oh my God.
Disaster, right? Yeah.
yeah, but
That's what happened.
imagine that if that happens, and then now Harden will get the trifecta with J Kidd.
Jesus.
If that
No,
happens,
that is insane. That would be wow. No, I can't see that.
I just never understood these, like, even like with the big three, I just never understood that. It's like, how are they going? What chemistry can they possibly have? Your big three starters that think they run the team. It's like, you can't have that. You need one true leader. You can't have, it's almost like having three chefs in the kitchen. You can't do that. It doesn't work. I mean, look, it worked for specific teams. I get it, but it doesn't work for the long run. It's almost like, I don't know. It's just a big jumble of confusion, man. It's like, who's a true leader? It's like, again, I always bring up egos too. It's like, you have a leader, and then once the leader, you have that, that ego where it's like, okay, I'm the star of the team. I'm going to run the team. There's no anyone that's ever going to overtake me, and I will never be traded and then be on the bench. It's like you have that in your mind. It's just very, very weird how they came up with that, and thank God that's not a thing anymore, because that's a disaster, man.
But it worked. The only thing, recent, obviously Miami Heat, it worked there.
It did.
But it's funny. It's funny you brought up chefs. It's like having Gordon Ramsay, Emer Lagasse, and Bobby Flay in the same kitchen.
I know. Disaster.
Yeah.
A beautiful disaster. Yeah.
Yeah. Too many chefs.
But those are three legends right there. Bobby Flay, I would take him in a heartbeat. So actually, that would be my celebrity basketball roster with Gordon Ramsay, Bobby Flay, and Emer Lagasse, and then with Chef Nick included.
Woo! Yeah, right. Damn Skippy, baby.
Nick with some amazing pictures on Instagram today.
Oh
my God. The food looks amazing.
That's awesome.
Let's go, baby.
Especially the chicken. Mwah.
Oh, chef's kiss, baby. The jerk chicken. That's right.
Yeah. But then just one more quick point.
Yeah.
I feel like when the Nets traded for Harden, his value at the time was so high because at the time he was putting up good numbers with the Rockets. Yeah. And he was doing very well. But I think that cost the Nets Jared Allen, Karis LeVert, and like 3 first-round picks plus some other players, which at the time I was, a little bit confused on why, they needed James Harden because they already had Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant there. But then it just created more confusion, and that's not good with the team and all that stuff, because if you don't have a true leader at the top, like with the Heat, it worked out because of Pat Riley, of course, but the Nets really didn't have any sort of identity with that a couple years ago when they made that move. So that's a thing that you could bring up too, is the value of these players, it increases and decreases with the teams that they go to. So with the Nets, they had to kind of pay more for a guy like Harden rather than I feel like the Cavs would, because they're a team that's already built an identity, and the Nets weren't really at the time they were there.
Well, so, another thing is that people are missing out on. That was the time when Kyrie Irving was he can do whatever he wants, but the drama situation when he was sitting out and all, and plus you needed another star at that time with KD alone, right. And I think that's when the Nets became desperate, right. And that's when they got James Harden, because you didn't know the uncertainty of Kyrie's comeback.
Very good point.
Because people forget about that, because Kyrie, during the COVID situation, he was big into those mantra stuff, which I don't want to bring up because that's his own thing. But that's what caused it, I think. And also then that's what caused James Harden's exit. Also, because he couldn't deal with Kyrie, and
right.
So I think that's what people are forgetting about this disaster, is because Kyrie basically started his whole thing. Like I said, he's entitled to his own thing, personal thing, but he can't do that during a season where you have. I mean, when that happened on paper, it looked great. All the fans were excited when they got Harden and the potential of this big three. By the way, those three players only played 22 games together.
I know.
Only 22 games.
Yeah.
They had that. I was really looking forward to seeing that succeed. The potential that could have been the three scorers in one team. But the whole disaster happened, and people forget about that. So that's why. But the Nets were in desperate times that year.
Joe Jackson was he before or after? I forgot.
Oh, Joe, you mean Joe Johnson?
Joe Johnson. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yes.
that was
before.
that was when they moved into Brooklyn.
So that was before. That was beforehand. The big three.
Oh no, are you talking about?
Oh, the Nets, the Brooklyn Nets. I
That was
forgot what year that was.
That was after the Garnett Pierce, right? I believe.
Yes, after the Garnett.
That
Pierce,
was after. Okay.
Yeah, and also no. Sorry, Joe Johnson was before the Garnett Pierce.
Before.
He was before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
right.
so this is when the Nets. So okay, let me tell you the backstory. New Jersey, when the Nets were in New Jersey, they were looking for a star to go into Brooklyn. They wanted Carmelo Anthony originally.
Oh, okay.
He wouldn't go there. He wanted to go to the Knicks. He wanted the Knicks. So after that, when the Nets found out that Carmelo wanted to go to the Knicks, that's when they called the Jazz to get Darren Williams. So
that's
yes.
right. Yes.
And then the Jazz. That's when NBA had the lockout, and then Darren played for Turkey and during the lockout. And then when the lockout was done, obviously he came back, and then going before. So when Darren Williams' free agency started, the Nets were not making any moves. And then Darren was his other team. The other team that was interested was Dallas Mavericks. So he even admitted himself that he was close to joining the Dallas Mavericks because he didn't see any moves from the Nets happening. But once he saw Joe Johnson trade happen from the Atlanta Hawks, when he saw Brook Lopez resign, when he saw Jared Wallace resign, people forget about Jared Wallace, man. He was an underrated player.
Yep.
And obviously, the Dwight Howard rumors were still going through that time, the Dwight Howard saga, if you want to say that. But, so that's when Darren Williams was this close to signing with Dallas. But when Joe Johnson came in, and that's when he resigned. So Joe Johnson was before the Paul, and then when that happened, then you had that year you had Darren Williams, Joe Johnson, Paul Pierce, Jason Terry, and Kevin Garnett.
And then Devin Harris.
Devin Harris went to Dallas when they traded for Darren.
Right. There you go.
Utah.
That was a connection. Okay, gotcha. Interesting.
Yeah. See, that was the Nets timeline with Darren Williams and Joe Johnson. I love Joe Johnson. Actually, I'm connected with Joe Johnson. I had the opportunity to have him on our show a few years ago, and now he's part of the Nightcap show too. Now with Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco. So.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah,
he deserves to be part of that. Definitely a good player.
But before we go, I know you guys have the membership show here, 9:30. Guys, whoever is a member, go check out 9:30 with Chef Nick and Joe. Any final thoughts before we head out here?
I'll start. So first of all, great job today by Johnny Solano. He did an excellent job with the play-by-play. And thank you guys for joining that too. A lot more to come tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Yankees and Tigers, first game at Georgia Steinbrenner Field. Stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for being here tonight. It was awesome. Chef Nick, NITHIN, you guys are always great to work with. Always the best. Always mixing it up, as Chef would say. Put it in the blender and serve it.
Shred it like coleslaw. Woo!
Oh yeah, we're shredding that coleslaw all the way till the end. So no, just thank you guys for a great show. Tune into the members only show with Joe and Chef Nick in 15 minutes. And that's really it, guys. Have a great night.
Yeah, and real quick, Chef, think you want to go, and then I'll go.
Yeah, sure. I'm just answering Richard really quick.
Thank you, Richard, by the way, for the comments.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, Richard, Jason, everybody, Sean. Yep.
I just want to say, Richard, if you're going to comment and you haven't seen us in a long time, just say hi. Come on, just say hi. How you guys doing? Instead of just making an essay. But anyway, no, good points, Richard. I'm just joking. Good points. I appreciate it. No, thank you guys very much. Great show. In regards to my last, my final thoughts in regards to basketball, what's going to happen. We're going to have many shows before, obviously, NBA shows in regard going towards the second half of the season, and then obviously towards the playoffs and stuff like that. But yeah, look, I think great points all around, Evan and NITHIN. Absolutely, this is why this is a great show on its own too. It's like we can. Even though we have two Knicks fans and a Nets fan, it's just like we always talk about other teams as well too. It's like it's amazing. Yeah. It's great.
Actually,
it's like
two double Nets fans now with Jason.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, there you go.
Make his appearances.
So it evens out. Yeah. But I do like even going with baseball too. It's like I'm always like a sports fan at the end of the day too. So it's like if I see, like, let's just say the Nets win, or Sacramento wins, or San Antonio wins, or it doesn't matter. I always want to see like who does great, and I always follow that too. It's like I will never ever hate on another team, but I always want my main team to do well in that sense too. So I just think right now my main concern is with the Knicks in regards to the Pistons. Their Pistons are 3-0 against the Knicks this season so far, and it's been blowouts, and that's a big, I would say, a big concern come the playoffs when we do face them, because I believe the Knicks will face them. So that is a big concern. I think Mike Brown, I do have confidence in Mike Brown that he will, be like, all right, well, we're facing the Pistons before we get to the finals, let's just say, hypothetically. So I think the Knicks will have that hunger in them to overtake them. But that's a big challenge. If it's not Cade Cunningham, it's just any other player. I can name several right here, but it's just pretty much all collectively. They will just take their chance to replace Cade Cunningham and to beat the Knicks. That's just how they are from top to bottom. They're great. So look, like just I think right now that any other team right now that we mentioned, whether it's the Raptors in the Eastern Conference, the Heat, the Magic, even the Western Conference too, with the Clippers, the Lakers. You just never know what's going to happen. You've always seen these teams just have a run where they overtake the top C teams. It's happened before. So again, we have to take everything game by game, but it's very interesting because I see a lot of competitiveness in regards to that. So it's going to be a great second half. And that's a great thing about the second half. It's like it's on the road to the championship, and I love it. I want to see all these competitive. I don't want to see just these top teams just like sweeping the other teams when they face them. I want to see a game 7 every time. I love that. But we'll see what happens. I'm overshooting it. Let's just take one game at a time. But great talk, guys. Great conversation. I love it as always. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Great points from Evan, Chef Nick today. And shout out to the chat for being interactive. Always great working with Evan and Chef Nick. And my team and I are working on getting one of our NBA clients on for next week's show. But stay tuned. You already know my hot take from the last time. I said the Knicks, like Chef Nick said Knicks Thunder. I said Knicks Thunder. Mm-hmm. But game 7, Jose Alvarado with a game-winning shot for the Knicks.
Yep. You called it.
That's
the kid from Brooklyn.
Remember it.
Hey, if that happens, someone has to give me $10,000, $1 billion. I mean, come on.
Chat, the community.
Imagine that happens. Man, that'd be crazy.
Oh,
well. But shout out to everyone. Please continue liking and subscribing to the channel. A lot of big things happening. And continue liking and subscribing to our Job in the Mouth show also. A lot of big things happening there. A lot of big things happening at our nation's best NIL Dream Team company. Stay tuned for more updates. Obviously, tune into the membership show, 9:30 tonight. And then obviously, Julia will let us know when she can come on the show due to the American Idol thing. She had to reschedule on Monday. So
that's awesome, by the way. That's really cool.
Yeah, we'll keep you posted on that. I was on the phone with her today again. That's when she said she had to reschedule. She's in Hollywood and getting ready for the Hollywood round. what's it called? Yeah, and then also, um, so as you guys know, I'm an agent now, so we manage a lot of athletes now, and obviously entertainment people. We just added another client to our to our list and to our agency. We added a former Philadelphia Eagles player, Hollis Thomas the Tank. He played for the Eagles. We were with him today. Actually, we did an event with him today. So shout out, welcome to the 8-hour team. Looking forward to repping him and booking him for more events. So that's another player added to our list. So, guys, but thank you guys for the support. Keep up the great work, and obviously, rah, like Joe says, everyone here on the panel, and let's go. I mean, this is a NBA preview show. We're starting to. This is starting to get some hits, so let's keep this going. Let's keep the momentum going. We're down to the nitty and gritty of this playoff run, and let's see if the Knicks can do something. And it'd be a good talk of the town if the Knicks can make the finals this year. So let's see what happens. Thank
For
you,
sure.
guys.
I would be happy if the Knicks did well, even though I'm a Nets fan. I'd be happy to see them do well, of course.
Maybe we can finally see Spike Lee happy for once. And
That'd be nice. Right?
Oh, yeah. And then the Yankees could win the World Series, and then he'll be happy at the same time. So.
Yes.
There you go. I love
Two
it.
championships.
Double whammy right there.
Yep.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah.
Yep.
So anybody, thank you guys again. And Joe, whenever you're ready, we can log off. And